Many people wonder why, even after working so hard every day, life still feels the same. We often rush to blame our low income, but the truth is, there are three hidden factors that quietly hold us back from moving forward. This isn't just about having a low income, it's also about low access, meaning limited opportunities, and low literacy, especially the lack of understanding about how money really works. Funny thing is, in today's world, access has become a bit ironic. Almost everyone has a smartphone, which means access to information and knowledge is literally right in our hands. But in the end, it all comes down to personal choice. So, what do we actually use our smartphones for? For endless scrolling through random stuff? Entertaining, sure, but not exactly educational? Or for something better, like watching tutorials, learning new skills, and actually improving ourselves? Because the same phone that traps some people in online loans or gambling can also be the same tool that changes someone's life. Learning how to sell online or listening to self-improvement podcasts, the access is the same, but the choices are different. And those choices can make a huge difference between falling further behind or discovering a new source of income. Now, the second trap, and the most dangerous one, is mindset, especially the mindset of feeling enough. Be careful with that word enough, because it actually has two very different meanings. There's one kind of enough that means giving up, like, well, I guess this is just my fate. That's a fixed mindset, the kind that keeps you stuck. When problems come, people with this mindset just say, we'll see what happens later, instead of trying to find a way out. But there's another kind of enough, the growth mindset. It's being grateful for what you have today, but still working hard to be better tomorrow. The first mindset keeps you stuck, while the second one pushes you to keep moving forward. The third trap is responsibilities. Many people forget that the minimum wage is actually calculated for a single person. But in reality, a lot of people jump into marriage fueled by love, even though their finances aren't ready yet. As a result, one income ends up supporting several people, and that's what makes it so hard. So, what's the solution if you're already in that situation, especially if your income is still around minimum wage? Forget about getting rich for now. The first goal is to make your income match your expenses, meaning you can't afford to be in the negative. How do you do that? There are two essential rules. First, stop taking online loans. Second, stop using pay later for non-essential or consumptive spending. These two are non-negotiable. If you're still relying on those two things, it means you're already living beyond your financial limits. The focus now should be on paying off existing consumer debts, even if that means selling unused items to cover the gap. Once your finances are stable and you're free from consumer debt, then you can start talking about budgeting and managing your money properly. Use a simple formula, 50-30-20, 50% for living, basic needs like rent, food, transportation, and bills, 30% for savings and investments, 20% for playing, for fun stuff like hanging out, movies, snacks, or coffee. The key lies in that 30% saving portion. This isn't what's left over, it's what must be set aside first. As soon as you get your paycheck, take out that 30% right away. Then, use the remaining 50% for living and 20% for fun. If 30% feels too heavy at first, start with just 10%. What matters most is building the habit. Before thinking about fancy investments, you need to build your financial shield first. This shield has two layers. The first layer is called a cash buffer. Emergency money kept in a savings account that's easy to access, around $300-600 if we compare it to the average minimum wage in the US. Its purpose is simple: to keep your mind calm when unexpected things happen so you don't panic and can think clearly. The second layer is called the emergency fund. It's like your financial life jacket. Ideally, it should cover 6 to 12 months of your monthly expenses. It's tough and takes time to build, but it's absolutely essential. Why? When the storm hits, like losing your job or getting sick, this fund keeps you safe. You won't have to sell your other assets for cheap just to survive. An emergency fund won't make you rich, but it protects the wealth you already have. Lastly, understand the difference between saving and investing. Saving has a clear short-term goal. For example, saving for a holiday or a new motorcycle. It's perfectly fine if your savings eventually go down to zero, because that means you've achieved your goal. But investing is for the long term, for retirement, or for your children's education years down the road. Ideally, investments should never go down to zero, they should keep growing over time. It all starts small. Shift your mindset from being passive to growth-oriented and always set aside your savings first, before anything else.